All flawless in every aspect. Infatuated is an understatement at best. Cause even when you're chilling, you're still screaming sex appeal. Appealing to all of my senses except tasting well. Let's be honest, don't know how much longer I can deal. I want to lick, taste, suck, and fuck you. Let's just keep it real. She says she's craving my elixir until she comes onto my tongue and then I kiss her. I gotta shake into her knees, I go to pick her up, but she stays down now. She's craving my elixir. She says she loves the way elixir until she comes onto my tongue and then I kiss her. I gotta shake into her knees, I go to pick her up, but she stays down now. She's craving my elixir. I'm staring at your silhouette as you slow wind and grind. I know you love it like I love it. Let's unquote this wine. Unwind some melodies that trance you like a hypnotist. Sipping then turn to stripping, flipping lighters, candles flicking. Cause I'm not here to make love, I'm here to fuck. To make you scream until you cream, then go for round two. Happy feelings in the air, don't get lost in the maze. You got the kind of body I could devour for days. What do you say? Let's hit the condo just to get away. You could be my breakfast, lunch, and dinner every single day.
Oh, y'all behind the screen.
In the day and fantasize at night. Catharsis said it best. I'm hungry. Won't you feed me tonight? Let me bend you over in the bed with hands and feet tied. I'll place my palm and a smile on your back. Oh, I don't get tired. It gave me the energizer bunny. Yo, you think it's funny?
I'm about to switch to the
run from it. She says she's craving my elixir until she comes onto my tongue and then I kiss
Chin
her.
cut like soldiers, ready to fight. Mystique gonna take good care of you, make you feel like a big kid now. So come grovel at my feet and give your mistress a bow.
Yo, I'm no chiropractor, but I'm about to crack your back. Everything you never knew you need is going down tonight. I hope you got your say, we're ready now. Let's take a flight. Have your elevator higher than the sky and D, floating on cloud 9 in ecstasy. You'll be falling in love, making love to me. Now, girl, what's my name?
They call me the Dick Whisperer.
I realized that this we live.
It never fails, bro.
Never fails. It never fails.
It's been that long? Is that what you're talking about? Been
One day
that
I'm
long?
gonna come in this bitch and I'm gonna say something. I'm gonna just have to leave the internet for good. I'm gonna have to just delete my Facebook. I'm gonna delete my LinkedIn at that point.
You good? You gonna tell the people who you are?
This is Mystique,
This is Mr. Everlasting.
and this is the safe word.
Safe word. What up, man? What up, y'all? It's been a minute.
What's happening?
It has been a
It's
minute.
y'all good black people.
I swear, like the work rate of everybody has been in overdrive, but I think it's all gonna pay off in the end. Man. So
Yes.
It better
Hopefully.
pay off. Because when I finish this, I keep telling everybody this. When I finish this master's, prepare to be sick of me. Prepare to be sick of me.
Right. I'm not even going for a master's, but when I get this piece of paper with my name on it, let's believe you niggas ain't gonna hit the end of it.
When y'all see me walking around with my my degree around my neck, just ignore me.
you gonna wear it like a chain. You gotta get it. You gonna get it bronze. You gotta get it like bronze to
Like Flavor Flav.
like. You'll be walking around here with a platinum degree around your neck. That'd be kind of hard.
Yep.
I'm not gonna
Hell,
lie, I've never
it
seen
was-
it before.
Do you know how much it costs?
Yeah, I'm well aware.
Yo, let me put both my degrees around my neck. I got a fucking house around my neck. What you talking about?
Oh, that's a bar, nigga. That
Yo,
always
hold
say
on. Let me write
now.
this down.
That's
Give
heavy.
me 1 second. Coming to an open mic near you. Let me write this down right quick.
Man.
Sir, what you been up to, man?
Oh my God. Traveling, bro. The last time we were all together or virtual together was at the kickback. And immediately after the kickback, I had to go to Philly Then I came back and I was on vacation and then had to go right back to work. So yeah, man, just work, learning, and like I alluded to a moment ago, I enrolled back in school.
Okay,
So you
congrats
know
on
what I'm
that.
saying? So gonna be getting rid of the tag of college dropout. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's what it's been. Work, school, work, school. So yeah.
That's what's up, man. What about you, Mystique?
School. I'm at my lab when I started my internship to finish up my master's degree. So I got another half a semester. And then if all goes according to plan, I'll be done in November and I graduate in January.
That's big stuff, man. Congratulations on that, man.
Thank you. So that's where I'm kind of at right now, trying to, because I do school, I do my intern before work, and then I go to work, and then I do intern after work. So I'm like bouncing around trying to squeeze a dollar out of a dime with time, you know.
I get it. You have been doing an insane amount of traveling too. I don't know if you can talk about that here, but if you up to it, will you tell the people kind of like the stuff that you've been experiencing and stuff like that? I have to live vicariously through you because my work life balance has been like 95/5. So
I have been forcing work life balance. We got a new segment coming out. It's called 10 Kinky Questions on the Road, where I've been going down to, you all remember the Mazaku. He is our one of our guests a few episodes back, and I've been going down there and I've been interviewing some of the people of Florida with the 10 Kinky Questions on the Road. So that's another series we got going to y'all soon. And I've just been down there learning some things, taking some classes, all of my education and stuff. So that's what I've been doing. I've been forcing work-life balance.
somebody got to do it.
I've had to force it because being overtired and stressed out just from schoolwork, and all of family and all of that, I've just been forcing myself to be like, yeah, I've been down there a couple times now. I'll go down there, and especially because we got that cheap flight. I'm not showing y'all out. I gave y'all one shout out. Y'all ain't getting another freebie, but because of that cheap flight we got, I could just hop in and be back. So you can fly out on Thursday, come back on Sunday,
Hey, man,
but no freebies. So you gotta find it yourself.
I'm gonna have to finesse something like that. But the way legit, I would have to book a late Friday flight and then like a red eye Sunday.
See, the thing with that flight is it's that particular flight, it only leave out twice a week. So it only leave out once on Thursday and once on Sunday.
Damn.
That's crazy.
But when you paying $50 for a plane ticket,
That's it.
you just deal with it.
I might need to.
That's my motivation.
Look, you got me. I might need to slide.
I get it.
Because that's how I missed my flight a couple of weeks ago, because the freaking flight attendant bumped her head. They said she fell mid-flight and bumped her head, so couldn't nobody go nowhere.
Yikes.
So they only had one.
They had 3, but you can't fly without 3 flight attendants. So couldn't nobody go.
Yeah, that's messed up.
But they gave us some flight credit, and then they rebooked my ticket. So I'm going back. So it wasn't that bad. I was mad though. I'm like, man, I done missed my trip because this bitch got bad equilibrium. But I hope she all right. I hope she doing okay.
Oh shit, that's funny.
Like, y'all ain't got no backup. And then this one man, it was so funny. He was like, we grown. We don't need no flight attendant.
That's fucking funny. You get up and get your own goddamn ice.
Like, what do we need more than one for? It ain't like we get no free snacks on that plane.
Yeah, what's crazy was, so it's funny. You had a funny story. So when I was coming back from Philly, I had to go to Charlotte. So I get on my plane to get to Charlotte, right, in Philly. And of all planes, I see one of my best friends from college. He's one of the flight attendants. And I walk right past him. He's like, Jeremy, for real? And I turn, I'm like, all black people, you know, when you get that realization. So we was chopping it up, you know what I'm saying? Of course, I got the hookup, got a few extra biscuit cookies, you know what I'm saying? If you know, you know what I'm saying? But it's just interesting, like, of all places to run into my boy.
Right.
And what are the chances of that? You know what I'm saying? So that was wild.
That's what's up, man. Yeah, y'all have I don't know, man. I'm gonna get some flight time or something. I need to put some stamps on the passport. That's what I really need. So
He lied.
It's way overdue. But man, I ain't gonna hold y'all too long. I hope everybody's doing well this evening. If y'all are in the comments, let us know where y'all are at, where y'all coming from. Tap in with us, man, because we like it when y'all interact with us. We're gonna give y'all a little time just to get back in here. But welcome back. I know it has been a minute since you all have seen us. Sir was saying we had the kickback, and we had a great time with that. Life, man. But we are here, and we are back. And this episode, the audio will drop the third Friday of this month, and then we get back on our regular schedule as life sees fit. But we appreciate y'all tapping in. We appreciate y'all hanging in with us. Y'all want to go ahead and start with this first question, or y'all want to hang out for just a second?
You give people excited, about 5 more minutes. I can't see if
now if we want to give them a minute, you know what I'm saying? Speaking of the kickback, I still have a jar full of fucking topics. I don't know if y'all can see that. So if y'all just wanna
are those the dirty ones?
You know what I'm saying? This is all of them. So y'all just looking for a reason to talk for a couple minutes while people coming to church late.
That'll work. That'll work. Go ahead and pull the topic out the door.
All right, here we go. Bam. Nah, that involved Taylor Swift. We too cool for that.
See if you can pull a kinky one out there.
Right. I'm gonna try to get a kink one. Ooh. All right. Your thoughts on feet fetishes?
I don't have a foot fetish. But a nice set of manicured feet is a turn on.
Okay.
You know, like I'm not obsessed with feet. Like my wife is always said feet is feet and ass is ass. And some of that stuff we just don't do. But you know, like like to the point of, I mean, it's just not my kink. If it's your thing, hey, do what you do. Do your thing. It's just not mine. So
respect.
Make sure if y'all able to.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say y'all share the podcast. We are able to tell a friend to come watch us.
Right. Tell somebody. But yeah,
I don't care about feet fetishes. I done dated people with foot fetishes, and like it's like, I mean, to each their own how they get off. I don't judge nobody and what get them on. So if they like feet, you know, hey, by all means, I keep my toes done anyway. So it's like if I have somebody with the foot fetish, it's like, well, I know I can't say that he'll get me, but it's like I keep my toes did anyway, so it don't matter. But it's like it get weird when like it be the one. It's like it's different from the ones that just like want to kiss your feet and slip your toes, and then the ones want to like put their tongue between your toes. That's a little.
Oh, toe jam.
I mean, I don't have toe jam. I wash my knees, legs between my toes and my back. Thank you very much. Because you know, people don't be washing their legs. They just let the water and the soap cascade down their ankles.
That is a
So I will say this: there is like, I don't have a foot fetish, but I do like to see light-skinned women with a toe ring. I don't know if that counts.
Light
But
skin. Why they gotta be light
That's kind
skin?
of a fetish.
is it like I do find that man attractive though? I ain't gonna lie.
Okay,
If she
so
has a
dark
toe ring,
skinned
but
women
she's
can't wear
light-skinned,
toe rings.
I don't know. Especially if she like freshly moisturized. I'm like,
This nigga said a toe ring.
I'm just saying, I don't know.
Hey man, look, I look. Everybody got their thing. My thing is tattoos. I like piercings too, so I get it.
Speaking
I
of
don't know.
tattoos, after I went and got I don't know if y'all can see it.
Oh shit! What you got? I
So,
can't. What's that? Snorlax? That's dope. What made you want to get it there?
because I let's see it. There you go.
Yeah.
Because I was sad, boy, and about my trip. And then I seen this ad, and you know how when you get them Facebook ads, it always be somewhere in like motherfuck Egypt or something.
Mm-hmm.
And I seen this tattoo shop in Pensacola was doing a flash sale, Pokemon versus Hello Kitty, and I was like, I hope they got a Snorlax. And you know, I have my emotional support Snorlax, so I was like, I had to tap my baby to let him know it's real.
Mystique, only you finds shit like that. As
Right.
much as I want like to run across some shit like that, the universe just never aligns for me to go get like a flash sale tattoo card.
Yeah, that's
for good reason.
because I have never, and that's the thing, them things will make you be like, you don't even plan on getting them. It's like shit, ain't number $30. And then I'm just looking at the taxes, $30. I'm not looking at the gas to get to Pensacola, and our fat asses got to stop by Buc-ee's on the way there. So I'm not counting none of that. It's just like I'm going to spend. No, it was 50 with color because I wouldn't have got a snore. I've never said I'm gonna get a Snorlax tattoo, but I was like, I seen this ad. Ooh, Andrew, come on, baby, we're going to Pensacola. And when you got a partner like mine, who will be like, when I be like, let's go on an adventure, he be like, yeehaw. That's how we always. And we ended up in this little coffee shop that sold like infused coffee. But I can't get any right now. I couldn't get any because I was gonna get a tattoo. They like do Delta 8 coffee and stuff. So we found some little stuff. And I said, no, we never go to. We always go to Pensacola to go to the airport. We never actually go to Pensacola to see what's in Pensacola. So now I told that shit, we got to start going on to Pensacola more often. So we used to go to Buc-ee's because I'm a Buc-ee's bitch. I hate to say it, but them veggie burritos. Bro, they like big legs. They big. Them big ass veggie burritos.
Yeah.
You ever had one of them veggie burritos?
I like the Philly cheesesteak one. I know you're gonna be like, yeah, this is me. But I have had the veggie burritos.
Them veggie burritos. You just gotta eat that bitch and you just gotta.
Speaking of food, what's the wildest thing that you've ever used in the bedroom? Like food wise.
If I tell you, I have to kill you.
That's not fun.
We are making secrets great again.
Wow.
So you're gonna plead the fifth on our folks like that.
Let me think. I don't really like food in the bedroom for real because one, I don't even like when people do breakfast in bed. It's like, do not serve me breakfast in bed because I don't like the idea of. I hate crumbs. Like I don't even eat in my bed because I don't like crumbs. You know, it's something about the texture of the crumbs on the sheet on your skin.
Feels like glass.
Yes, and I cannot stand. It's like I told Aunt, baby, he had said something about breakfast, and I'm like, no, baby, just give me a kiss, and we're gonna go downstairs and eat because do not bring food in my bed because I do not like the feeling of a crumb. Like I don't even eat in my bedroom. Like I don't like a crumb getting on my skin that is on my sheet. It's just you might as well take a knife and just cut me with it. I don't like crumbs. So I don't really do food in the bedroom. For real.
Well, to answer your question, Buck, I will have to go with the time I used Rogers Barbecue's peach cobbler in the bed in the scenario, and I'm just gonna leave
I
that
quit.
That is by far the hardest thing I've ever heard anybody.
And look, I had to give props to Rogers because they don't. Without
I
them, it would
use
have been
simple,
possible.
man. I use simple shit like ice cream, and you know, when you get old enough, you learn not to do stuff around the vagina area, so you start to just try to use it, you know, up and around. But I've also I found this edible body paint, and that was cool for like the first 4 minutes because it's literally like chocolate frosting. That shit's so sweet, bro. You gotta like have it in moderation. Like if you could mix it with like some Cool Whip or something, just to kind of like, you know, bro. I don't know. Like it was a brilliant idea in theory, and it was fun. But it just, you want to talk about a sugar rush? It was up there.
You know what, sir? You got me thinking about. You ever seen that episode of Divorce Court where the lady was talking about she wanted to divorce the man because he want to bring shit like potato salad to the bed and eat the potato salad off her. Y'all have never seen that clip.
It's amazing to me that like how you started that. He was like, "You ever seen that one clip of Divorce Court?" No, because I don't watch Divorce Court.
I'm gonna send it to y'all. It's literally the woman saying something. She look up and she got a yam rolling up her leg.
Hey,
eating yams and potato salad.
Hey, they black, ain't it?
Hell fucking yeah. You ain't have to ask was they black.
They in the bedroom with collard greens and pot liquor. That is not okay. That is not okay. Y'all don't know. Y'all don't know if that is squirt piss or pot liquor. That is no. Nope.
Y'all niggas.
I don't know if that's squirt piss or green juice.
But then,
no way. And you know, this is what he does. Okay, I'm cleaned up, I'm showered.
I'm gonna drop it so y'all can see it. Talking about he rolling, talking about the potato salad, because you know, I don't think I could deal with a yam, maybe. But you know, actually, I forgot. Y'all know I didn't tell y'all this. When we went down to the first time we went down to Florida, we went to you know, we went to one of their parties and it was around Mr. McTitty's birthday, and he ate his birthday cake off my ass.
Like the entire cake?
No, not the entire cake. We took a slice of the cake and we put the vanilla side on one ass cheek and the chocolate side on the other ass cheek. And I got bent over on the spank bench. He didn't eat it from betwixt my cheeks. I forgot about that. He didn't eat it from betwixt my cheeks. We put it like on, you know, the little dimple at the top of the butt. Like we bent over that the little dimple, not at the crack or in the middle, but like at the top of the booty. Yeah. He ate his birthday cake off the top of my ass, and then he came back and ate a cupcake off the top of my ass. I forgot about that.
So, like, how do you bring that up in conversation? Like, because I feel like it's got to be like a formal way to ask. Be like, babe, you know, because you know, some people are sensory, you know, sensorily affected people, you know, certain sensations ain't they thing, you know, and how do you know if, you know, you being sensitive to crumbs, how do I know if crumbs on your ass might be an equal turnoff, you know?
See, it's not the crumbs. I don't like crumbs on my skin, but it's crumbs again. You know how the sheets feel, the silky feel of the sheet. It's something about how the silky feel of the sheet, how it how it what's the word I'm trying to feel? Think of,
I got you.
Contrast with the crumb, the crumminess of the crumbs. But no, we didn't do it in the bed. We was on the kneeling bench. Like I wouldn't have did that in my bed. I'm gonna
Now,
let
did
him
you
introduce.
sing Happy Birthday while this was occurring?
Did we sing? Hey, y'all, I know some of y'all up in here. Did we sing Happy Birthday? I don't remember. Chance, did we sing Happy Birthday?
That's
I
I feel
don't
like
think
you
we
should.
sung. I think we may have sung Happy Birthday. I can't remember. But I know I had surprised him because he didn't know I bought him a cake. Because I had, yeah, we did briefly. I think we did do briefly. But he didn't know because we had the cake that he didn't even know because we had Ben said he was gonna eat a cupcake off my ass. I don't even know why it was a thing, but it was like get to the ass cake. Yep. And he ate his slice of cake off my. That was funny because we literally I was sneaking around buying his birthday cake, so I just like had the birthday cake sitting in plain sight. And because of course we on other folks' house, he ain't being nosy. And I was like, baby, you get not only do you get to eat a Publix cookies and cream birthday cake, you get to eat it off my ass. I feel like that is the best birthday gift anybody can have.
So it was your idea to eat it off your ass.
No, it was Chance's idea
Mm.
for me to eat for him to eat a cupcake off my ass, and then I was like, we're gonna make this happen. I'm blaming you, Chance.
You know, I'm just glad you got consent because we all know that consent is what?
Sexy. But you know what though? I think even if I hadn't asked Andrew, if he hadn't already agreed to it, I think if I had to just put cake on my ass, he would have ate it anyway. Because Andrew loves cookies and he loves he loves cake and cookies and dessert and he loves my ass. So yeah, I forgot about the ass eating, and then he had to clean me off so I wouldn't stick it.
All right.
As fuck.
There may or may not be.
I've always seen the photos. I've never known anybody personally to do it until now.
Right. I see pictures of it on Instagram a lot.
I will neither confirm or deny there's a picture on my fit with cake on my ass.
Nice.
If you don't know my fat name, oh well, you won't be seeing it.
Right, you funny. Are we ready?
We ready. Let's get into these
excited.
topics.
I'm excited.
All right. That's cool. So our first question of the night comes from a Reddit thread. It says, question, impact play and body types. Hello. I am new to impact play. I have reached a little barehanded spanking, both sensual and erotic, and both rough and sometimes more aggressive. But I definitely know I like the thing. I am curious about exploring more toys with my partner, who is far more experienced than me. My question is, how do different types of toys, for example, floggers, canes, paddles, etc., affect impact play on different body types? Because I'm pretty thin and carry little to no junk in my trunk, would a cane feel different to for somebody who's narrow, or hurt more on a more curvaceous one? Is using the paddle more fatiguing on a skinny butt than one down with the thickness? Any insight, resources, experiences would be very interesting to me. And thank you.
See, I'm gonna say no right off the bat because yeah, even though I'm a plus size woman and I have a higher pain tolerance when I bottom, I have seen fucking little skinny white women big as a minute, about 110, and they just get like kneed in the fucking coochie. And like this mug be like just knocking their little butts around, and they be like, I mean, be consensual, of course, but it just be like they be like knocking their little butts around, and they can take it. So I think it's up to the person because I do know women who are plus size who don't have as high of a. I have a high pain tolerance because I just have a high pain tolerance. I won't say I have a high pain tolerance because I'm plus size. So I feel like it may because I feel like the biggest pain may be the less meat you got back there, the closer you are to the bone. So I think that may be where you may get more pain because you try to avoid hitting directly on bones. So if you have a bony ass and it's maybe be putting more pressure on the bone, it can hurt more. But I don't think that that matters because I've seen people of all sizes.
I do not recommend caning on anybody that does not have adequate muscle tissue. Caning is a very sadist act. It can, although you can cane lightly, most people who do cane, they want it because they are masochists. You know what I'm saying? And canes hurt. And like Mystique just said, you try to stay away from the bone, because you're not trying to break anything. Everything needs to be, either SSC or wrist, whichever one you choose to go by. But yeah, I definitely wouldn't recommend caning for anybody who doesn't have adequate muscle tissue, because trophies are cool, but not to the point where you're hurting your bottom or your sub or whatever the case may be. Those are prime times and examples where your bottom needs a safe word, point blank, period. Like, I wouldn't even enter into something like that without one. Because even masochists have to have a point. I feel like even masochists have to have a point. Outside of that, with the thuddy and the stingy, that's kind of cool. Once again, it just, like, I wouldn't do cat o' nine tails either, just because they're so heavy and they're so weighted.
Cat o' nine, period.
Cat o' nines will hurt somebody like that. Ceramic paddles will hurt somebody like that. Use leather paddles, use rope floggers, use suede. Focus more on the thuddy stuff until you can build a tolerance to get to that point where you can start to, okay, now I can deal with deer or elk or leather or whatever you want to do. You know what I mean? But I definitely think that you have to take your time with something like that. So.
And if you want a good 30, now don't y'all laugh at this. Let me tell y'all, audience members, don't y'all laugh at this, because it did not come like this. This was an act of violence from an evil little devil person, okay? This was an act of Lucifer. I meant Jucifer. I meant, But this is my favorite toy right here. This is my favorite toy right here. It's like, yeah, juicy. I forgot and left it on the count by my desk, and I don't know if you can see it.
Hilarious.
That is. Is that Thor's hammer?
Yeah, it's Thor's hammer. Now this is a really good 30 toy, but like I said, she took a pin and she got both sides.
Oh,
that's messed up, man.
At least this side is kind of cute and funny, but the other side she was just scribbling. Yeah. So I may cover it. Because how this look though? You about to get spanked, and then all you see is a little smile coming at you. But yeah, it's called Thor's hammer. I got it on Etsy. This is a really good 30 toy. It's like you can use it like as a paddle this way. You can use it up like this, like to get that under cheekage. You can use it like this. You can just go. This is a really good 30 toy.
I feel like you'll knock somebody out with that if they piss you off hard enough. Like you hit them hard enough to knock them out. This
is a yoga block. So this is made, it's made out of a yoga block. So yeah. This is made to stand body weight. So I'm pretty sure if I got mad enough and I swung with somebody, that's why I say if somebody ever come into my house and they ain't got no gun, I'm just going at them with my kink shit. Like Andrew gonna have my sword. Andrew gonna have one of his swords. I'm gonna have that, and it's gonna be like one of the most poorly written hentai you ever seen in your life.
Speaking of hentai, have you watched anything like new lately? Anything that you would recommend?
That's nothing I recommend. The last hentai I watched was this weird ass hentai about this boy and this farm hand and this cowgirl. Not a cowgirl, but a girl that was a cow, but she walked upright, but she didn't have an udder. She just had two titties. It was that weird anime. It was that
sound like Doja Cat.
Huh?
That sound like Doja Cat.
Actually, it was another one that was a cat. It was one that was a cat girl, and then the other was a cow girl. And I was like, "Yep, Chan." She was there. I was like, "We're gonna watch." I said, "We're gonna watch this weird. I've never seen it before, but yeah." And then he was literally fucking the girl that was like looked like a cat. That's the last
That
good time.
is, that is wild, man. I guess Sir will be
But
back in a second. What was you finna say, Mystique? I'm sorry.
no, I was trying to see if he could, but I was gonna refer back. But yeah, I don't think you should judge your bottom on their weight, their pain tolerance. You should still start slow. You shouldn't you shouldn't assume just because your bottom, your sub is smaller, they can take more, they can't take impact, and you should go light. You should start light and work your way up with any bottom. But you shouldn't assume that just because of somebody's body type what they can take. You should always start slow, and then you start at one tempo, and then you increase and you increase and you increase until you see what they can take, and then you can build your way up. But I would not recommend just assuming that okay, they bigger, they can take more, they smaller, they can't. Because like I said, I've seen people this big. You like, oh my god. That looks painful. So yeah, I don't think I get where the person is going, where they're worried because of their body meat and them not having enough cushion. But it all depends on them. Like I suggest like maybe they start like with the floggers because I feel like floggers give the third, but they don't give as much pain. So maybe like they said, they start the floggers. I like the bigger canes. Like if you get like the rattan canes, I don't think them are that bad. Or you get like the thick cane, like the grandpa cane, like the bigger the cane. To me, I feel like the bigger the cane is, the bloodier it is, and those smaller canes or like the little skinnier canes are more stingy. But those bigger ones, they give a little bit more thud. So it all depends on what you like. If they like thud, they should definitely do like the bigger canes. Because I've gotten cane with those skinny canes, and that woman tore my ass out the frame. Just hurt my little booty. But definitely, or they can use like their fists. They can do punches. Because I like punches. I like booty punches. I like you treat my booty like a punching bag. It's relaxing. You can do punches. That's another way for them to do that, as well as another good 30 toy. Like just small little paddles. You can get you a water bottle. Get your water bottle full of water and use that. That's another good 30 toy. 30 on that. I'm trying to think of 30 under that. You can go like and get smaller paddles. Wood hairbrushes can be a little. It all depends on what the person like. There's a lot of options, but you just have to start out small and work up your tolerance. That's what I was saying.
You know, a really good impact tool, but one that when I tell you can annoy and create pain for somebody, a wooden spoon.
That's
I mean, you
trauma.
can literally. I'm talking about. You can go to like Dollar Tree and get a wooden spoon and use
They
it for
remind me of
impact
your
play.
grandma getting at you with the wooden spoon. I don't know if y'all grandma ever swatted at y'all with the wooden spoon.
Bruh.
On my knuckle. On my
And
motherfucking
like
knuckle.
it's annoying. Like if you pop somebody about 10 good times on one cheek and then you just tap that cheek 90 times. That is punishment.
That is.
It been to develop like an ass scab. Like I'm not playing. Like it's like throwback to Greek days, and you know what I mean. Is that type of just annoying thinking environment.
See, I hate that pain that gotta rise to the surface because you be good at first, but then when it finally make the bruising be under the skin and it gotta make its way up to the top. I
Yep.
can't stand that because you be sitting there and be like, oh, that wasn't nothing. Then the next day you like trying to balance on one cheek at a time.
Oh man. Okay, so this next topic that we have, it's a little different, and it's completely switched out subject. So we kind of started off light, but we're trying to really dig in. This one says theater and BDSM, blurred lines between play and earnest interaction. Me and my girlfriend have been together for about half a year now, and from the very beginning of it, we've been playing with kink. It was entirely new to me, Though my fantasies were not, and slightly less new to her, she grew up in a pretty queer environment and had experimented with play parties before. Throughout this, we slipped into roles more than occasionally without talking about it first. She'd pull my hair and use a voice she knows I like, or I'd do the same. We started with mostly subbing, but we've evolved into a pretty even switch dynamic. Over time, the small spikes of kink in our everyday life evolved into more of a regular thing, and we started to have conversations about the boundaries between our normal selves and our play selves. I see play as like role playing, with us both assuming characters, and she sees it differently. She says because of her experience with theater, she describes it like she's allowed a part of herself to come to the fore. Sometimes when she's in little mode, she describes it as not a character at all, but receiving affection and acting in the way she did as a child because she misses that mode of being. We've had a few conversations about the boundaries between play and not play, and at first she insisted that there's little distinction between the two because it's still her in both modes. Then she said that my prodding for more elaboration on what we were doing made her feel trapped, though admitted this was unfair. So, and then basically they're asking what should they do and how should they approach it. So, the reason that I found this topic interesting was the fact that I had a real love for theater growing up, and even I understand the difference between when they talk about role playing and then what she view as theater, because anybody that when you kind of grow up in it, it is still you. You know what I'm saying? Like, to use a reference that I don't, I know a lot of our listeners may not know, but I'm a wrestling fan. Sir's a wrestling fan, and they always talk about how the best gimmicks in wrestling is just a person's personality turned to 10.
Mm-hmm.
I think that the one that identifies more with the theater looks at it in that same role. This is still me. It's just that when we get to this point, something switches in me, and then I just turn that personality up to 10. And then when we're done, I can turn it back down. Whereas it seems almost like an in the moment and only in the moment type deal for the other person speaking, the original poet. So what's y'all takeaway from that?
I think I understand both sides from the perspective of the person that wants to know where does this come from, because that was one of the questions when I stepped into this lifestyle a little bit more. It's just like when I step into that role, where is it coming from? And I wanted to know if it's the same for me as it is for you, especially given this question. They admitted that they were swapping roles fairly frequently. So it's just a level of conversation. And then on the other side, I'm gonna look at it like this. Like you mentioned, we're fans of wrestling. I'm also a fan of magic, right? And I would absolutely hate if somebody asks me how the trick works. You know what I mean? It's like don't make me visit what makes me get there. Just know that when it comes time, I don't want to explain it. I feel like it's my prerogative to myself personally if I don't want to divulge that information. Maybe that's a little secret for myself,
No, I agree with you on that.
Yeah, I feel like this person a little like, come on now, like just let y'all have fun if it's consensual. Why you gotta sit there and split hairs on y'all love life? It's like, come on now. Y'all having a good time. Like, that's the kind of person that'll kill the boner. Because you like, y'all is having a good time, y'all chilling. And then here they go, coming like, well, how does it work? I'm with you, like, why kill the magic? Y'all enjoying it. Like that.
Right.
It's like, it's like they don't sound like they're uncomfortable with it. It just sounds like they need to know the why, the behind. And it's like, some things are better left unsaid. If you enjoy it, she enjoy it. And that's all that matter. Why you gotta do all that? That's annoying. It's annoying me. It's like,
it is a very overthinking mentality. And I think the best experiences in kink are spontaneous. It's cool to like I get if you gotta plan a scene to know somebody's hard limits, their soft limits, etc. But then I also think that you can plan a scene and then as long as you flesh it out prior to, not like step by step, but just, like I said, the hard limits, the soft limits. You know what I mean? Like know the parameters for which you have to play. Come into this room and let's play.
Mm-hmm.
Don't try to top from the bottom. Don't none of that. Come in and let's play. And I think in doing so, the experience just flows way better. And I also think that if you allow that experience to flow that much better, that's when that personality go from that 2 to that 10. So,
facts. Moral of the story: just shut up and fuck. That's it.
Yeah. Like, I mean, if it's like if they were uncomfortable, if they had to express something was making them uncomfortable, then
yeah,
I would have been more apt to be like, okay, talk to your partner. But it's like if y'all enjoying it and it's not causing you any harm, stop, bruh. Come on now, don't ruin the fun with your. I don't even want to say insecurities and not insecurities. Don't ruin the fun by just having to know everything. Like you don't
Right.
need to know everything. A magician don't reveal their secrets.
Right. That was a very good topic, honestly, because I think a lot of people, like myself, because I'm an overthinker, sometimes we have to get that reminder of like, hey, be in the moment. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we get so
right.
caught up in trying to maintain the environment that we lose ourselves in the ideas that no, you're supposed to. Your role is to enjoy. That's it. Just enjoy. Just shut up and enjoy.
Right. Do any and I want like I said, y'all already know how we get down, man. If y'all in the comments, talk to us, give us some feedback, let us know y'all
If you
thoughts.
still in the comments, say yeah.
All right.
And y'all look, if y'all ain't tapped in already, y'all might want to wake up because this next topic finna wake y'all up.
Oh,
Come on, wake up. If y'all are here, come on, let us know if you're here.
Chantel. I like Chantel.
Mm-hmm.
That's my girl.
Okay, yo, look, we gonna start saying, "Can I get a safe word?"
Safe word.
Ooh.
We're gonna have like 32 O's. Safe word.
They just go all the way around and wrap up the top of the shirt, and then the D gonna be on your shoulder right here.
Oh shit! All right, y'all ready for this one?
This one good.
The title of this post is "Typical House Party." The wife and I recently attended a house party about which we were super excited. It's a new to us group of folks, and judging by the profiles in the invite, look like fairly attractive couples. When we arrived, we were not disappointed in the sexy folks there at first. After the usual mingle time, people started to get naked, and to make a long story short, only about half the folks were playing. And even then, many of the women were not playing. So what was billed as a dozen attractive couples boiled down to only 3 women and 7 guys playing. My wife was one of them, but halfway through the night, it was kind of like, hey, wait a minute. Especially after the 4th guy fucked my wife, I kind of felt like we'd been had. My wife certainly was. While I realize that there are no hard and fast rules and people can throw a party however they want, I also get to decide if I do or don't want to return. I guess the main issue for me was that the 2 host couples, ladies were not playing, but the male halves were happy to bang my wife. Is this typical? Should hosts disclose if they are playing or not? I might be a little jealous that my wife got to play with 4 guys and I only got to play with one other very lovely lady, albeit. But because of the hosts themselves, ladies were not playing. I have to wonder if this was by design. Your thoughts?
See, I'm gonna tell you. Oh shit! I lost my train of thought there. It's like here's my thing. Were they not playing? Well, no. It depends because a lot of people they go to these different parties and everything, and they want to get with other people's wife, but they don't want their wives and their girlfriends and everything to participate. So there are some people like that in their lifestyle, but also it's like, bro, maybe none of them was interested in you. That's another thing. Like, you ever seen that Reddit post where the woman
But
called her?
I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you off, but there were 12 couples.
Okay.
So essentially what it boiled down to was all the guys were participating.
Mm-hmm.
And only 2 to 3 of the women were. They said the 2 host couples, so it had to be 3 to 4 women. But 3 to 4 women, I think he said 3 women and 7 guys, including their husbands.
That do seem like that do seem kind of odd. But
like, oh yeah, sure, you're gonna get to bang my wife. Yeah, I'm gonna fuck your wife. Yeah. And then it's like, hey, I fucked your wife. My wife's not gonna fuck you. Oh well. What?
Right.
The fuck? Fuck you.
Bruh. But it's like, yo, you noticed this going on, and your wife still went back for thirds and fourths. So, but I feel like maybe they weren't. Is it a trap, or did the women get there? That could also be a thing. Is like, were they dragged there? Did they come there of their own volition? Because people. It sounds like his bottom line may be that he a little jealous that his wife got more play than him.
But he did say that. He said that. He said maybe I am jealous, but I mean, in all fairness, it's 2 couples that were the host couples.
Mm-hmm.
So if it almost seems like they would be the most participatory.
Right.
You know
it
what I mean? Like,
weird to host an environment you're not participating in.
That part.
That would make me say, But it's like, also, if I got there and I saw nobody was participating, I'd be.
I mean, I see. Okay, I get that part, but that's my thing. It's almost like, why would I invest my hard-earned time and put my money and my resources into all of this stuff to just sit there? I mean, I get it if you're a voyeur, but I also think that he had a very good point of saying, hey, can we clarify, you know what I'm saying, who's going to play and who's not? Because from the way that it sounded too, and it didn't clarify this, but the way that the OP made it sound was almost like they didn't even dress down.
Oh no, man.
Okay, let's see. We got a comment. I've seen situations where the hosts don't participate because they're making sure things are going well. That's also very valid. That's very valid. Yes, I probably would, but the thing is,
I was gonna say, go ahead.
I was gonna say the bottom line is, if they were, it don't seem like the wife was, because if the thing was, I don't think the wife was that uncomfortable, because it's like, okay, if she was the only woman, fucking or whatever, but then she went through 4 dudes, so it's like you done been with 4 different guys, so it's like, I just think this is, like he said, I think it's more of his jealousy, because people don't have to participate if they don't want to, and just because you go to an event like that, you're not visiting a brothel, you're not guaranteed no ass. So
okay.
I think.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
So I think that he just. I mean, some people are just like to watch. Some people are voyeurs, but it's like people who participate and wanted to participate and sound like they had a damn good time. So I just feel like it's one of those things where it's like, you got to decide, okay, you won't go to an event with them no more. Maybe you and your wife talk about the protocol doing events like this. Maybe say, okay, if we see nobody's participating, because I don't see where I may have to go back and read it, where he says his wife was upset because she still made the choice that even though she was the only woman putting in on the hard work, she made the choice and it was all consensual. So it's like, yeah, people may see it as, okay, this is not fair, but at the same time, it's consensual adult. Is it unbalanced? Yes, but it is what it is in my book.
I gotta play devil's advocate. First, I've seen situations where hosts don't participate because they make sure things are going well. But you got 4 hosts. Why y'all can't take turns? You've got 4 hosts. Why can't you take turns? 2, if you have ever been in any type of lifestyle, sex party, orgy, hotel takeover, any type of environment like that, yeah, you can get fucked by 4 people in the span of a section, because the thing is that it's just pleasure. Back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. When you start to get into that type of euphoria, very rarely are people paying attention to what the outside people are doing. So she in the middle of basically getting a train ran on her, but she over here doesn't necessarily mean that she can see that her husband ain't getting no action. Until after the 4 guys fucked her, she finally got to come to. They came together and just realized, yo, you got fucked in this situation. And not literally. You got fucked in this situation. We took your bitch. And
but she consented to it. She consented to it. That sounds like they should have talked about that.
No. But that's it. This was their first time playing with these people. So they were under the impression that it was about to be 12. It was about to be 12, basically 12 people getting it in. Everybody fucking everybody. That's what they consented to. And when they got there, it didn't turn out that way. And that's why
how was it built though? Because any kind of LS group where they saw it's gonna be like everybody gonna fuck everybody. I don't think that shouldn't even been an expectation. It sounds like they didn't do their research to see what they was getting into. They just thought, and it's like you're not. I'm just saying, like Ariel just said, it's a risk. Just like bringing food to a potluck, you may bring a fucking big ass chocolate cheesecake, and then there be some bullshit on the table. Like you decide to come to this potluck, and if this the only thing you got to eat and ain't nothing you want to eat, it's the risk, it's the luck of the draw. They came to the party, the women wasn't playing, he didn't get what he thought he wanted, but at the end of the day, everybody who did something was consenting adults. I think that so maybe people didn't feel like it, maybe they didn't have to play if they didn't want it to. It's not gonna be, it's rare that you're gonna go to something like that and every single person is gonna be doing something. It's very rare. A lot of people have that. Like I said, it may seem like it's not. It's. Let's see. It may not be like equal, but it's equitable because everybody got what they needed and wanted. He did get with one person. I mean, getting with one person is like. I think what it boils down to is like he said, it ain't got nothing to do with this party or the host. This was his first experience. He said it was
a new group of folks, and judging by the profiles in the invite, looked like fairly attractive couples. So they got invited to a party with no premise to the party.
But they still went.
A lot of people do that.
But they knew what it was. They knew what kind of party it was. And they still went. It wasn't like it's not like Rocky Horror where they just show up at this party and it's an orgy. It's like they knew what kind of party it was, and I think that this is not. Yep, that's an assumption he made, and it like Eric says, assumption he made, and it sucks for him. But I do think his issue is not his issue is. If this is their first kind of event like this, him and his wife clearly didn't have a talk or set any boundaries. And because they didn't talk or set any boundaries, he is upset that his wife got passed around like the communion wine, but he didn't get none. So that is what he's upset about, because he feels like, okay, since you got to screw my wife, I get to screw yours, but that ain't how they work.
But it wasn't their first event.
Huh?
It wasn't their first lifestyle event. It was just their first event with this new group of people. They had been to lifestyle events before where everybody played with everybody. But this was a house party.
Yeah,
it was a house party as opposed to like a club.
But I mean, what does he want at this point? Because his wife, if his wife knew she was getting it in with all these different people. She didn't have to, but she wanted to, and she did. It's just I don't see what he wants in this situation because nothing is guaranteed. Does it suck for him? Maybe. Is it can he say it's a little unfair? Is his feelings valid in feeling? Yes, his feelings can be valid, but at the same time, it is what it is. He didn't get what he wanted, and he just got to deal with it. I get where he can say it's not fair. I do understand him feeling like it's not fair, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. You're not guaranteed nothing at a party like that. You're never guaranteed playing a party. Unless you going to a party at a brothel where 30 minutes of coochie come with your ticket, you're not guaranteed nothing.
30 minutes of coochie. That's wild.
We at the hour mark. You got anything you want to plug?
I ain't got much going on right now.
Sir?
Well, you know, we talked about protecting your spouse, protecting yourself. So make sure you protect the culture by going to blkrenaissance.com, using the promo code LLC20 and get 20% off your offer. Black Renaissance has been instrumental working with the local high schools here. And if you attend or have attended John L. LaFleur High School, they dropped a massive new collection coming for the fall. I'm talking hoodies, Letterman jackets, joggers, the whole nine, bro. And what I like about Black Renaissance personally is sometimes I see something, I might not have all the money right then and there, where they do shop pay and afterpay, which is pretty much, so I might put 20 here, 20 on the next check, 20 there, and 20 there. That's, you know, I done paid it off. You know, so
and join their email list because they always have sales.
They always got something going down. So make sure you get on the email list. But if you were tuned in now, go to the website right there that's scrolling on the ticker. Go find you something. You know what I'm saying? Use promo code LLC20, 20% off your order. It works. Thank you, Black Renaissance, for sponsoring the podcast.
You guys something?
All I got is y'all know the South got something to say every Tuesday night. Catch us live on Facebook, YouTube, twitch.tv/the South. My boy Miles Vito, Lamps of Flying Carpets is out right now. If y'all ain't heard that, you can stream it on whatever your favorite platform is. He's dropping Leisure Atmosphere in about 2 weeks. And we're finna run back Focus with a visual, so y'all be waiting on that. Other than that, that's all I got. And on that note,
I do have one thing to plug. I will be on a couple episodes with the Mazaku, him and his partner Asani. I will be doing they have a podcast. If you want to know more about polyamory exclusively, I do guest on that podcast sometimes. It's called A Spoonful of Poly, and I'm on episode. Go watch all the episodes and you'll find the one I'm on. But that's also another podcast that I do from time to time.
Yeah, shout out to Miles.
And on that note,
this is Mystique.
This is Mr. Everlasting.
And this has been the Safe Word.
Safe Word.
Have a good night.
They call me the Dick Whisperer because of the way I make them rise. 10 hut like soldiers, ready to fight. Mystique gonna take good care of you, make you feel like a big kid now. So come grovel at my feet and give your mistress a bow.
Yo, I'm no chiropractor, but I'm about to crack your back. Everything you never knew you need is going down tonight. I hope you got your say we're ready now. Let's take a flight. Have your elevator higher than the sky indeed. Floating on cloud 9 in ecstasy. You'll be falling in love, making love to me. Now girl, what's my name?
Eternity.